How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some creepy dolls that have been caught moving on camera. And I want to give a big thanks to Warner Brothers for sponsoring this video, in celebration of the terrifying film Annabelle Comes Home, which hits Australian cinemas on June 27th.
When this mother decided to film her daughter playing with her toys, she couldn't have known what was about to happen. In this short clip uploaded to the channel Bex Bex on YouTube, you can see a stuffed toy move all by itself. The movement is subtle, but if you look to the right hand corner at the 15-second mark, you can see the doll dressed in red move its arm. Its right arm bends unaided. It doesn't look like it falls either, the arm actually looks like it flexes. At first, the mother didn't notice the movement until she later reviewed the video. When she noticed the creepy doll moving, she was understandably freaked out. She said in the comments that the doll was originally from a charity shop. Since the eerie incident, the doll has been given to another charity shop. Now it's lurking in an unknown location, waiting for an unsuspecting child to take it home. No video about creepy dolls moving on their own would be complete without taking a look at one of the most famous haunted dolls of all time, Annabelle. In 1970, a student nurse named Donna received a creepy doll as a gift from her mother for her 28th birthday. Shortly after receiving the doll, both she and her roommate Angie began noticing strange things happening. The doll seemed to move around all by itself. The pair would often find the doll in a different room to where it was before they left the house. On several occasions, Donna left the doll on the couch before she went to work, returning to find it sitting on her bed in her room with the door closed. About a month after Donna first received the doll, the two women began to find disturbing messages written on parchment paper lying around the apartment. The messages, which looked as though they had been written by a small child, read, "Help us and help Lou." Lou was a friend of the girls who had bad feelings about the doll from day one. One night, Donna came home to find the doll sitting on her bed. Feeling very uneasy, she inspected the doll and found that it looked as though it had drops of blood on its hands. The women decided to seek the advice of a medium who told them that the doll was actually possessed by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins. The medium claimed that Annabelle lived on the property before the apartment block was built and had suffered some sort of accident that led to her death. The medium told the women that Annabelle felt safe living with them and asked if she could stay. They agreed and took the doll home again. Not long after returning home, even stranger things began to occur. One night when their friend Lou was staying over, he had a very vivid nightmare. When he awoke, he realized that he couldn't move. Next, he claims that the doll appeared at his feet and made its way up his leg, finally resting on his chest. The doll then strangled him until he passed out. He awoke the next day convinced that what had happened was not a dream. Later that day, Lou and Donna heard sounds coming from her room. Lou went to investigate but found nothing except the doll in a heap in the corner. As Lou turned to leave the room, he claimed the doll lunged at him and scratched his chest. The scratches appeared like claw marks and were hot like burns. Completely terrified, Donna contacted a priest who alerted paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens took an immediate interest in the case and agreed to meet Donna. After investigating the matter, the Warrens determined that the spirit attached to the doll was not that of a little girl at all, but was actually a very dangerous demon. They believed the spirit had tricked the woman into letting it stay in their house when it communicated with them through the medium. The Warrens took the doll away and it's now on display in their occult museum. It's housed within a glass case that reads, "Warning, positively do not open." To this day, the doll is said to possess eerie powers. It was reported that a young man who mocked the doll while on a tour of the museum died shortly after his visit. He lost control of his motorcycle and drove head-on into a tree. If you want to experience the terror of this unsettling doll, then check out Annabelle Comes Home, which hits Australian cinemas on June 27th. In January 2017, YouTube channel Unusual Things posted this unsettling footage of an alleged possessed doll. In the clip, a young girl can be seen sitting on the floor playing with one of her dolls. In the corner, another doll's head begins to move all by itself. The camera was reported to have been set up by the girl's father after she complained that something was bothering her. In another clip, the young girl can be seen drawing when suddenly papers mysteriously blow across the table. As the girl runs from shot, several objects are thrown around the room. The clip ends just as the table begins to slide across the floor. Is this real footage of a cursed doll haunting the little girl, or is it all just a creepy hoax? Let us know what you think's going on in the comments section below. This video sent social media into overdrive when a stuffed teddy bear was caught moving on camera. Uploaded to the YouTube channel Hannah Squires in 2017, this video appears to show a baby resting peacefully. That is at least what the mother thought. Parents Hank and Hannah Squires were watching their child Cora on the baby monitor when they noticed something chilling. In the background of the video, you can see a stuffed bear moving its head back and forth. All the while, baby Cora lies peacefully unaware of what's happening in the background. When the Squires shared the video to Facebook, it garnered a lot of attention. Hundreds of comments flooded in debating what was happening in the video. Some viewers thought perhaps the bear was battery operated and actually featured moving parts. Others, including the parents themselves, thought that Cora was perhaps moving the bear under the blankets. Finally, a large portion of viewers believed something more sinister was at play, and that the teddy bear was perhaps possessed by some kind of spirit. Just prior to noticing the bear moving, Hank noted that Cora's room was unusually cold. Does this video show some kind of supernatural force moving the bear, or is there a simpler explanation? This eerie clip was posted to the YouTube channel Infamous Yash Show. However, they credit someone called Parastawa Baru for the original, which appears to no longer exist. The video shows a night vision camera monitoring a sleeping child. All appears normal until the stuffed teddy bear on the bed begins to move. It almost looks like it levitates as it eerily moves towards the child. It stands upright, then slumps over the sleeping girl. It's as if the motion startles the girl, as moments later she wakes up. She sits up in bed and looks confused. When the clip was shared to social media, it divided viewers. Some thought perhaps the bear had wire attached and the girl was secretly manipulating the bear to stand up. A scarier theory was proposed, suggesting a poltergeist was moving the child's toy, either to make contact or comfort her. And finally, some viewers suggested the teddy bear was possessed by some kind of evil force. While this clip could have easily have been staged and the mere presence of a night vision camera does raise questions, it still makes for an unsettling experience. It makes you wonder, what goes on in the darkness while you sleep at night? This video catches the moment when an old creepy doll moves on camera. This eerie footage was captured by YouTuber Tanzil Mooselhood in mid-2018. Tanzil is a paranormal YouTuber that often explores abandoned buildings and reports on ghostly encounters. In one of his videos, he films an old battered doll. Just seconds into the clip, the doll begins to move, seemingly on its own. First its hand begins to stir, it shifts back and forth. Then moments later, the body of the doll begins to move as well. This clip has received its fair share of criticism, with a lot of viewers wondering why the frame is so zoomed in and why it's filming the doll in the first place. Sadly, there's very little details to inform this video. Perhaps Tanzil thought the doll was haunted and wanted to film it in an effort to log some evidence. Other viewers have noted that the hand of the doll looks to move below the table it's sitting on. This would make it easy to stage the movement. Tanzel has been adamant that the footage is real, and a lot of viewers are inclined to believe him. Could it be possible this YouTuber actually owns a cursed doll? Unfortunately, without further information, this eerie clip will remain a mystery. Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at a truly creepy doll moving its head on its own, remember to hit that subscribe button and then check the bell icon. That way you'll get updates about all our latest videos. This old piece of footage has been scaring the internet since 2010. The clip is short and has next to no information attached to it. People have been speculating about its origins for years. One of the first known versions was uploaded to a YouTube channel called Eduardo Anguiano. However, it's hard to tell whether they filmed it or found it somewhere else. The clip shows a young girl holding a doll. The camera holder and the girl talk among themselves when suddenly the doll's head turns by itself. The camera holder warns the girl that the doll moved. When the girl in shot realizes what happened, she screams and throws the doll to the ground. As we mentioned, the footage has been analysed for years, yet no one knows its true origin. Could this be a glimpse at a genuine haunted doll?
If you want some more creepy content just like this, then check out that video on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist there for you to binge on. Hit that thumbs up button or leave us a comment down below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.